Hello everybody and welcome to a newer type of video I want to do. We all know that I am a Derby County fan, and I need to clear something up first before I carry on any further. If you watch the Virtual Truck Driver Daily series, you'll notice that there is a Borussia Dortmund light board and a Borussia Dortmund custom vinyl on the back of the Merc. That is because that was in memory for my mother, who passed 4 years ago, and she always liked to enjoy. She always enjoyed watching Dortmund on the telly, the flair, Klopp, the passion, and that just reminds me of her. So I do follow Borussia Dortmund as well, but my team is Derby, and my team will always be Derby. But I need to clear that. I've cleared that up now, so I can carry on with this video. I went to go watch Derby Rotherham at the weekend at home. Now, unfortunately, we haven't been in the Premier League yet, so our stadium's not on the game. So we're currently playing at Moulton Road. Playing Rotherham, I've started with the same starting lineup that we had. Well, we played against them, and apart from Odin Wengi for number 13 for Rotherham, who's Peter Obadem-Wingme, or whatever he's called. He came in for James Taylor. James Taylor came off the bench. No, it's Jay Taylor. Why did I say James? Idiot. It's he come on for Taylor in the second half. So apart from that, it's pretty much the same team. It's actually the same referee as well, by fluke, Oliver Langford. He was a brilliant referee this last weekend. Not for the fact he gave us 2 penalties or anything. He was good at keeping the game flowing, using the advantage. Players respected him, which is something I haven't seen for a few years, to be truthful. His linesmen were fantastic. The fourth official was fantastic. It's just the only time that the Rotherham players went down, a few of them kept grabbing their head to to show that they've got a head injury. So obviously the referee had to stop the game at that point, and that was starting to wind the home fans up, and I will admit it started winding me up. Lee Camp got a bit of football stand banter from the Derby fans. He enjoyed it, kept taking us on. So I'm in the south stand now. I used to sit in the north stand at Derby, but frankly, I'm going to be straight with you. It became too expensive, and the passion. I'm not saying that people in the north stand at the iPro Stadium, which is about to be renamed Pride Park, which is what it should have always been, by the way. I'm not saying that people in the north stand are passionate. I just don't go to football to sit down and not sing, not shout, and frankly not swear. So I've moved to I had to have obviously my shoulder stuff done at the start of this season, so I let my season ticket in the north stand lapse, so I could get a half season one for this year in the south stand, and I've managed to pick one up. So yeah, it's a little bit cheaper as well, so it means I can afford to go now and enjoy myself a little bit, like grab a pie or something, whatever. So I went to watch him, and it's the first time this season I've been to see Derby, and from what I've got obviously a few friends who are program sellers, and I was talking to them, and the general gist I got was that nobody liked Nigel Pearson. I always said if Pearson become the manager anyway, I wouldn't go and watch it because I don't really like Pearson. So it was fortunate timing. I had to have some shoulder work done, but getting the consensus from the guys in the south stand as well, talking to them, they was like that we are playing so much better, so much more brilliant, and they were happy. And it was weird because I've been listening to Derby play on the radio, BBC Radio Derby, fantastic commentators, Ed Dawes, Owen Bradley, Craig Ramage as well, they're quality commentators. And by the way, I just need to point out now, Chris Baird didn't score at all. He scored. I tried to keep the people who scored the same as what actually happened, but obviously I couldn't get a penalty. I could get a penalty awarded. I just have to. Well, it wouldn't be easy. So yeah, but but watched them. They come out. They was absolutely brilliant. Rotherham were all over us for the first 11 minutes, 10 minutes, and then we got the first penalty, which Tom Ince took. He actually missed the penalty, but it rebounded off the keeper, and he got the follow up. Now, in my eyes, and I know this is going to be against what most of the Derby fans think, but in my opinion, Tom Ince missed a penalty. Because if it had been a penalty shootout, he wouldn't have scored, because you're not allowed rebounds in penalty shootout. So, yeah. Then Darren Bent scored an absolute brilliant beast goal again, up in the north stand goal, and yeah. And then we sort of just played out till half time. We just hung in there, played till half time. 2-0, went in happy. Everybody was happy in the stands. I was talking to everybody and they goes, yeah, we're playing a lot better. It's nice to see McLaren back. Because if you don't know the backstory about Steve McLaren and Derby, he came in after Nigel Clough. Nigel Clough, who is the world famous Brian Clough's son. He came in after Clough Jr. He played the most beautiful, brilliant, attacking, flairiest, and with flair and tempo of football I have ever seen Derby County play with. And then we went to Wembley. We obviously lost to QPR. That's all well known that we lost in the last few minutes to QPR at Wembley. I was just watching Thomas do some skill there. This is me playing, by the way. It's nice to see the footage from a few days ago. So he came in. We went to Wembley. We took a huge assault. We made a huge assault on the league next season, and then just as we got up the top, Newcastle started having their problems. Obviously McLaren's from up that way. It was his dream job to manage Newcastle. We were playing really well, so obviously McLaren was really linked to the Newcastle job, and because he didn't quash the rumours, he didn't rule himself completely out, he always and ahed about it, frankly, that it ended up with the Derby players just, falling at the last few hurdles. We only took 3 points in the last 11 games, I think it was, for that season. Obviously McLaren got sacked to left, whatever, he ended up going to Newcastle. We all know how that happened and how that turned out. So we brought in Paul Clement, who was Carlo Ancelotti's number 2. And he, in my opinion, he wasn't given enough time. And I know it's controversial, but he was not given the time he needs to do what he wanted. And then in February, he actually got sacked. No, sorry, he parted ways with the club, which is a shame. We all now know that he's the number 2 at Bayern Munich in the Bundesliga with Carlo Ancelotti. And to be truthful, them two make a formidable team. But going back to the second, so this is half time done now in the real game. Going back to the second half, we were on it. We was on it. It was all over them. We was taking shots left, right, and centre. We had God knows how many corners. Do you know what I mean? We should have took our chances. And then Darren Bent picked up a bit of a knock, and I haven't heard anything about that, so I'm guessing it was just a little knock. Tom Ince got Butterfield did a direct run, and Butterfield was the man of the match on Saturday. I'm putting that out there. Tom Ince actually got it, but yeah, just give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna take a swig of drink. Oh, Darren Bent got a yellow card. Forgot about that. He didn't get a yellow card in the real game, guys. But Butterfield, he was just absolutely fantastic. Jacob Butterfield, Will Hughes, Bradley Johnson, proper beasted the midfield. I need to point out Tom Ince didn't get a yellow card as well, by the way. he did in this game, but I can't recreate it step for step. So, but them three in the midfield bossed it completely. Then Darren Bent picked up the knock. Obviously, he tried to run it off. It was blatantly obvious it wasn't going to be run off. So Maciej Vidra come on for him. Him and Ince don't have the same chemistry, I thought, as Bent and Ince. So yeah, but anyway, the ball falls to Tom Ince. He goes on a run. He goes on a run. 1-on-1 with the keeper. Slots it past the keeper. Beautiful, and I've got my eyes shut at the minute, and I'm actually recreating it because I'm only eight rows back from the goal, so pretty much I've got a clear view of the goal. And yeah, so basically it was beautiful. He ran off to the left, celebrated with the south stand. Yeah, absolutely buzzing. Played on a little bit. It was obvious there weren't no chemistry. Bradley Johnson come off because he was knackered. He ran his heart out. Fair play to him. Jamie Hansen come on. I think it was Jamie Hansen come on for him. He was doing well. And then basically I think Johnny Russell went off as well, but I'm not quite too sure. I had to go 10 minutes early because I was going to miss my bus home, so I have to leave at the 85th because I walk a lot slower because of my bad knees and my bad ankle. I walk a lot slower than everybody else. If I walk the same speed as everybody else, I could probably stay to the whole game. And then, do you know what I mean? I hate leaving early because it feels bad because I've paid for the full match. I'm leaving like 5-10 minutes early. Does my nothing. But yeah, Bryson come on for Butterfield, I think. No, Bryson come on for Russell, I think. But anyway, so Tom Ince is doing his little dance in the penalty area, gets taken down, gets the second penalty right in front of the south stand, and I'm like, Tom Ince is going to score this. Let's get your phone out. Let's record it. Tom Ince had the penalty saved and didn't get the rebound. And then Lee Camp turned around and went mad. He was like, just the arms out, screaming his head off at the south stand because we give him so much abuse. The crowd were getting really riled, especially in the south stand, especially in the lower bit as well. And I was like, I'll give it like 5 minutes and I'll have to start making my way off. So, 5 minutes comes. I'm going. I've got to go. I don't want to leave because we're playing fantastic football. I'm torn between, do I miss the bus and have to spend an hour and 40 minutes in Derby killing time, or do I go and miss a little bit of football to get home for 7 o'clock? So I take that. I'm going to leave like 8 minutes early, get the bus home, be back for 7. Because I don't want to be out too long, because obviously with the chronic fatigue syndrome and the chronic pain, I'm in pain by the time I'm in pain by the time I've got on the flipping bus to go to Derby. So, do you know what I mean? Let's be honest, I've got to shed a bit of weight, because they're adamant it's my weight that's causing some other knock-on issues, but it's not. I know it's not, but I'm going to shift it anyway. And then when the problems stay, I'm just gonna tell them I told you. So I'm doing the right thing to prove a point. Really, to be truthful, I'm not saying that I know more than my doctor, because my doctors and consultants and professors have obviously spent a lot of time in med school. I'm not calling them stupid. I'm not calling them idiots. I'm just saying that they aren't listening to me. It's not the weight. I only got the weight because I was laid up for 6 months. When I was in year 10 at school. Well, yeah, school's a bit of a sore subject for me. When I should have been in year 10 at school, I was laid up for like between 4 to 7 months. I think it was 5.5 in the end. And obviously, being laid up, being bedbound, you just can't get out, but you need to eat to keep your body running. to keep your engine ticking. So of course I'm eating, and I can't get up, can't do anything. 5 months, that's where the weight comes from. I've been working to get it off because I hit 162 kilos at one point. I weighed myself the other day and I've lost 30 kilos. That's not... I want it to be more, and I want it to happen quicker. Just so I can prove my point quicker. But, you know what I mean, it's... So I left 5 minutes early, 8 minutes early. Can hear the fans were singing fantastically, never stopped, really loud. We were the 12th man, and it really paid. The Steve McLaren, Chris Powell assistant manager combo is working brilliantly. Kevin Phillips, the first team coach, is fantastic. Pascal Zubaluba, I think it is. His goalkeeping really helped. Obviously, we all know that Lee Grant, who was our second choice goalkeeper at Derby, is currently on loan in the number 1 spot at Stoke City, the Premier League. But we've got Scott Carson in goal, we've got Chris Weir, we've got Johnny Mitchell. Three fantastic goalkeepers. I think Kelly Rue is still on loan. Not too sure though, so don't hold me to that. But it's all finally ticking into place. The chairman, Mel Morris, is happy. Fans are happy. Players are happy. We're all getting the results. It's going back to being enjoyable to go to games again. It's a shame McLaren had to leave or part way, because I think if he'd stayed, we'd be in the Premier League this season. That's my honest opinion. So, from a pre-match, I was a bit anxious because obviously I've new seat. I don't like change, so I've got new seat, new stand, new people to try and make friends with and interact with. I've got, do you know what I mean? I haven't been there for this season, so there's new pitch, new lightings, new PA system to get used to. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah. But all them worries went post-match. Really happy, really like the view, really like it all now, and it's really enjoyable to go back to games. So, my post-match analysis is that Derby, compared to the start of the season, are on a different level. And I mean that. We are on a different level, full stop. Will it continue against Norwich this Saturday? I'm not going to watch Norwich at home this Saturday. I'm going Wigan away on the 3rd of September. We've got Nottingham Forest, the enemy, on the 11th of December. We've got QPR away on the 14th. We've got Fulham away on the 17th. I'm trying to get on the Fulham away trip, but I don't know exactly if that's going to happen yet or not. So, yeah, that sums up the post-match reaction for Derby County versus Rotherham United. Derby round out 3-0 winners. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again next time.